Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a sperm? Or am I just so weird that way? The Great Sperm Race, a television documentary film produced in the United Kingdom. Seeking to answer this very question, he presents the perception of man from the point of view of sperm. Start in the testicles and follow the sperm along the arduous journey through the male and female reproductive system. It's the Holy Grail, the egg. Antony van Leeuwenhoek was a 15th century microscope maker who discovered sperm while testing one of his devices. Because of this chance discovery, it has been said for many years that van Leeuwenhoek created something with his own hands. This device led him to the secret of creation. His discovery was called animalcules. The word means creatures at the time. As soon as it was discovered, scientists began to study sperm with great intensity to discover what it's made of and how it works. Then he discovered the process that made human life possible. Through this research, many things were seen and revealed for the first time, including the incredible journey a sperm takes to fertilize a woman's egg. It starts with the semen itself, a mixture of sperm and other fluids and solids that protect and assist the sperm in their journey. The semen begins as a gelatinous drop called a seminal clot that sticks to the inside of the vagina. Like jelly, it is thick and gelatinous, but this changes quickly. The semen quickly dissolves, so the sperm can move and swim away and pass through the uterine canal. Along the way, the sperm attaches to different objects in a similar way to the way Velcro works. According to Dr. David Miller, reader in molecular andrology at the University of Leeds School of Medicine, it can stick and release easily due to the carbohydrate-binding proteins attached to the epithelial cells lining the oviduct, where they live and can separate and move quickly when ovulation approaches. In short, they can stay attached to the woman for a few days, at least before ovulation. Separate the egg and approach it when ovulation occurs. Then attach again to the egg. It's an uphill battle along the way, so that a firm sperm can attach to the egg. Within seconds, the egg swallows the sperm. This is a process called phagocytosis by scientists, meaning that the egg swallows sperm. After this happens, the nuclear envelope of the sperm disintegrates. The sperm and egg become a single-cell embryo, as reported by Story in 1995 and Evans in 2001, respectively. From there, creation begins as an interaction between sperm and eggs. The formation of a single cell begins. Then it is divided and repeated several times. This leads to the formation of differentiated and undifferentiated cells from the outside and the inside of the growing cell mass respectively. The differentiated cells implant the growing embryo into the uterine wall. The placenta forms to protect the baby from coming, while undifferentiated cells have the potential to become everything the new human body needs. From hair to eyes to heart, lungs, genitals, and much more. Truly a miracle of nature, from start to finish. Each step was mentioned by the Holy Quran with incredible accuracy 1,400 years ago, and these quotes from the Holy Quran, which specifically describe the process, are the proof. Read, in the name of your Lord who created. The man was created from creatures that stick. And in another verse, O people, if they doubt about the resurrection, then consider that God created you from dust, then from watery semen, then from the creature that can stick, then from partially differentiated chewable material, and partially undifferentiated, we may show you. And we settle in the wombs of those we love for a specific time. Then we take you out as a kid. Even the most prejudiced people would agree. These words are incredibly accurate for what science is describing now. The Holy Quran talks about how semen becomes watery and how sperm sticks. About how an egg swallows sperm. about differentiated and undifferentiated cells, and then how a developing embryo is implanted into the uterus. The accuracy is simply miraculous. Another notable fact is that the Holy Quran talks about the process of phagocytosis. Cells engulf each other, followed by its merging or disintegration. This is used to form the fertilized egg in its verses, as you will notice that the Quran refers to a chewed substance in the embryology verse. This chewing issue is a well-known medical term and measurement to the phagocytic mechanism. This is how a zygote is formed as a result of the egg being swallowed by the sperm, and the mixing of this ingested substance with the female DNA. Chewing is the same in the Holy Quran. Follows the same process that refers to mixing the wet material with saliva, resulting in a new composition. Using similar terms, the Quran tells us about the process by which a fertilized egg is formed. The Holy Quran does not mention the specific sequence of events that lead to the formation of embryos only, but also mentioned with 100% accuracy that during embryonic development, bones are formed first and then muscle flesh. And certainly we, God, created man from clay, then we made him a watery filth of semen in a stable dwelling. Then we made the watery part of the semen a creature that can stick. Then we made the object capable of attaching a chewable substance. Then we made the chewed bones. We covered the bones with meat. Then we developed him into another creature. God bless the best creators. In Developmental Approaches to Human Evolution, published 2016. Written by Professor Julia Bogner, Department of Anatomy and Cell Biology at the University of Saskatchewan, and Professor Campbell Rowley in Anatomy in the Department of Comparative Biology and Experimental Medicine at the University of Calgary College of Veterinary Medicine. We find research that agrees with the claims of the Quran. The two professors studied homology and evolution. The striated muscles of all major groups of vertebrates develop, and the spatial connections between them and the bone cartilage. They mentioned that among the groups of tetrapods, humans are tetrapods, by the way. Signals of limb and bone growth usually precede those of muscle growth. Cartilage is generally present before the muscle is formed. Somatic limb muscle progenitor cells do not seem to carry essential local information. They also mentioned that there are studies. This indicates that the presence of the first tissues is during the growth of the limbs. Condensation that will lead to back the bones. It may provide a local indication for the subsequent development of soft tissues. When you think about it all, it's hard not to admit that embossing is a miraculous process. And a miracle, like a process itself, is the fact that the Quran is a book reopened in the 6th century. This complex process has been described very accurately throughout those past years.